Hello everyone, my name is 𝗕𝗢𝗪𝗏 and I seize this opportunity to welcome you to the news on Okeogun Multimedia Television. I also seize this opportunity to welcome you to the new month, the month of October. Today we'll be looking at two stories, and the first one is about a scholar from Okeogun who launched a book and also indigenous energy solutions. He also launched Innovative Hub at 𝗕𝗡𝗢𝗢𝗡𝗢 University. He gave an award to the Minister of Education, among other personalities. We'll be looking at this story on the news today. Additionally, Okeogun President Tinubu was welcomed with renewed equity call as indigents demand fair governorship power rotation in Oyo State. Now let's go to the news in details about an Okeogun indigene who again came up with an innovative idea which is commendable. It was a historic Independence Day at the African Center of Excellence, 𝗕𝗢𝗢𝗢𝗢 University, Ile-Ife, where Dr. Engineer 𝗓𝗢𝗢𝗢𝗢𝗢, an indigene of Okeogun, unveiled a blend of scholarship and innovation. The event featured the launch of his book titled Towers of Hope, Halls of Despair, A Journey Through Nigeria's University System. The work critically examines Nigeria's higher education system, reflecting both its triumphs and its struggles, while offering ideas for reform. The gathering also witnessed commissioning of the 𝗙𝗡𝗙 and indigenous energy solution and the unveiling of the African Pro-Humanity Technology Hub, designed to bridge the gap between academics and industries and to promote African-driven innovation. In recognition of excellence, awards were presented to distinguished personalities, including the Honorable Minister of Education, Dr. 𝗕𝗢𝗢𝗢𝗢𝗢, and also an award was also presented to the Chief Executive Officer of MoneyPoint, among others. Dr. 𝗕𝗢𝗢𝗢𝗢𝗢 called on government, investors, and institutions to support indigenous innovations, stressing that the future of Africa rests on translating knowledge into practical solutions. On Okeogun Multimedia Television, we are going to reach out to Dr. Engineer 𝗓𝗢𝗢𝗢𝗢𝗢𝗢𝗢𝗢. I'll be having a direct conversation with him. I will be asking him questions about these innovations. Okeogun President Tinubu was welcomed with renewed equity call as indigenes demand fair power rotation in Oyo State. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's visit to Ibadan for the coronation of the 44th Olubadan, Senator Rashidi Adewale-Ladoja, was marked by a bold call for justice and inclusivity as Okeogun indigenes once again raised their demand for a turn at the governorship of Oyo State. At the airport junction, members of 𝗕𝗢𝗢𝗢𝗢𝗢𝗢𝗢𝗢𝗢𝗢𝗢𝗢𝗢𝗢𝗢𝗢𝗢𝗢𝗢𝗢𝗙 displayed banners and placards with the inscription Okeogun, pressing home the argument that the region has waited long enough for fair representation in the state's highest office. For over 4 decades, Oyo State's political leadership has been concentrated in Ibadan, while Okeogun, Oyo, and Ibarapa zones have never produced a governor. Ògbómọ̀ṣọ́, by proxy, briefly held the office through the late Governor Adebayo Alao Akala. Indigenes argued that this imbalance has left their regions underdeveloped and marginalized despite their significant population and contributions to the state. The latest display follows an earlier letter addressed to the President Tinubu by Okeogun Indigenous Youth Solidarity Forum, drawing his attention to the long-standing exclusion and the urgent need for balanced leadership. According to one of the group's executives, the banners were deliberately positioned along the presidential convoy route so that the president could not miss the message, while stressing that 𝗕𝗢𝗢𝗢𝗢𝗢𝗢𝗢𝗢𝗢𝗢𝗢𝗢𝗢𝗢𝗢𝗢𝗢𝗢𝗢𝗢𝗙 is not a political group but a socio-cultural movement. The leaders maintained that the slogan Okeogun is not about partisanship, but about equity, justice, and inclusive development. The renewed agitation during the president's visits has amplified the voice of Okeogun and sister zones that remain sidelined, signaling a growing determination to correct decades of imbalance and secure a fair place in Oyo State's political history. That ends the news for this hour. My name is MD Dolly, and I say see you next time and stay safe.